need to get to the back right after this, Marla? For Zach's fight? Yeah. All right.
Michael Stets with DarceSideRadio. I'm here with current Bellator lightweight champ Eddie Alvarez. Eddie, the fight was postponed that you were supposed to fight again tonight with Michael Chandler. Talk about the injury first.
So there was a number of them, not just one. I'm not disclosing it to the public or to the press. It wouldn't be smart of me, but it was enough to keep me sidetracked and on the sidelines. I've dealt with this kind of thing. I fought through it in the past, and it did nothing but plague me. So, I'm an older, smarter, more experienced fighter, and I know, when I can go and when I can't. So, unfortunately, I postponed, but it just means that the longevity of my career is going to be, it's more important than just one fight. So, November 19th, we just pushed it back 1 month. It'll be in Hollywood, Florida, and it'll be free on MTV too.
Now you chomping at the bit being here at Boardwalk Hall, knowing how prestigious a fight arena this is?
You ain't kidding, man. And for myself alone, I mean, the people, nobody wanted to fight more tonight than myself. Nobody. Not in this arena, so close to home. This was heaven for me. And to make that decision to pull out was hell. And it's just. I had to do what I had to do. So, looking on the brighter side of things, we were able to reschedule on November 19th, and I'll be ready then.
And now, let me ask you about your opponent, Michael Chandler. Pretty dominant in his in the lightweight tournament final against Patricky Pitbull. Talk about your opponent, Michael Chandler, and what the matchup seems for you. What you've been working on. What kind of dangers that has for you in that fight.
Mike has a lot of, there's a lot of dangers involved. Anybody, with a strong work ethic from the wrestling background, I respect them because I know where they come from and I've been there. And I know what kind of dangers they present, their belief systems and things like that. So, I'm taking him very serious. And part of the reason I'm probably I was injured, how serious I was taking him. So, I respect all my opponents, but when it comes November 19th, the respect ends, and I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna put on a performance and win in a dominant fashion.
And you haven't fought in a while. Is the layoff? You think that will affect you having a little bit of cage rust, or is that something that you don't think is a big deal?
I don't think it's a big deal. I'm not, this ain't my first go around. I have 25 fights. I've been fighting for 8 years now, and although I'm not fighting on a promotion, on a card, I'm fighting in the gym. Me and Frankie been getting after it, helping him getting ready for Gray. Me and Zach been getting after it, helping him getting ready for this. So although I'm not actually out there in the cage fighting, I'm still in the gym and getting after it. So no cage rust here.
And that was going to be my next question. Talk about Frankie Edgar and training with him. And on our show, we call the lightweight division in all of MMA, we call it the Shark Tank. Every time we talk about a lightweight fight, we play the Jaws theme. So you're definitely part of the Shark Tank. Obviously, you're a Bellator lightweight champ, and we go back talking about all your fights, your battles you've had in Dream, and your whole career. But talk about training with someone like Frankie, another champion, and bringing the best out of each other.
It's two champions in one room, and nobody wants to lose, put it that way. So you can picture it in your own mind. I don't want to lose a round. I don't want to lose an exchange. He's the same sort of person. He don't want to lose a round. He don't want to lose an exchange. So it's kind of hard not to get better in that sort of challenging environment, and that's what we're doing for each other. And when it's all said and done and it's all over, we're able to pick each other's brains and trade secrets, and it makes for a great training environment, and we're only getting better. It's going to keep us both above the pack in the lightweight division.
And where would you put yourself as far as a lightweight champ? I know everyone looks at the UFC first, and then now Guber Melendez might go over from Strikeforce. Where do you place yourself? Do you feel you can compete? Obviously, you already trained with Frankie, I would say, but do you feel you can compete with all the top?
I can beat any lightweight in the world on any given night. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm not being outlandish. I'm not saying crazy stuff by saying that. I know my own abilities. I'm confident in myself. I can beat any lightweight in the world on any given night. I have the abilities to do that. I can't sit here and say that, hey, I'm number one in the world. The guys I've been fighting haven't been ranked, and I have no legitimate argument for that. So there's no way I can say that. So, but I do know that on any given night I can beat any lightweight in the world. I know that, and I'm confident in that.
Well, Eddie, thank you very much for a couple of minutes. Best of luck on November 19th.
Thank you, guys. Go to alvarezmma.com if you want to look at any updates, any old fights, new fights, everything. alvarezmma.com.
And your Twitter handle?
It's Ed Alvarez Fight. Twitter handle @Alvarez Fight.
Thank you very much,
Hit me
man.
up.